gladiator, and he's like getting his sword sharpened, and he's picking out his shield. It's not just a sport to him. It's not just a business. It is his life.
On Mexican Independence Day, with the boxing world watching, the two greatest fighters of their era squared off for supremacy.
Stern, locked in the zone. That's the look that Gennady Golovkin has had since he entered the building about 2.5 hours ago.
These two warriors put their legacies on the line.
No boxing, no life. Canelo has that slogan tattooed on his bicep.
The fighters are in the ring, and they are ready. Fight fans, are you ready?
And hand-delivered one of the greatest championship fights in modern-day history.
I actually had Canelo up 7-5. I think the way he controlled the action. People can say, oh, he was running. He wasn't running. He was actually just laterally boxing him side to side.
This is real boxing.
You know, when you put on these mega events, a lot of times it's a big build-up and it's a letdown in the ring. With Canelo and Triple G, they lived up to the build-up.
I think Canelo is gaining confidence in this round.
And despite the display of boxing brilliance,
This is great stuff. This is beautiful brutality.
there are some who believe that the drama could have been even greater.
Canelo backpedaled for most of the fight. I'm not saying going toe-to-toe and just throw caution to the wind, but to at least stand there and fight and try to make a fight of it so that we have those exchanges that are memorable in some of those older classic fights.
Golovkin knew he had been in the fight, as did Danny Jacobs.
But when decisions are left in the hands of others,
And Don Trellis calls it 114, a three-way split.
anything is possible.
This is officially a draw.
This is the story of pride.
Yo lo que sí tenía en mente que había ganado la pelea, mínimo 8 rounds de la pelea.
This is the story of legacy.
Look my belts. I'm still champion. I'm not lost.
This is mano a mano.
Que teníamos, pelear en medio del ring. En ocasiones me dio la pauta para poder estar en las cuerdas también. Y pues hicimos lo que teníamos que hacer, lo que teníamos planeado hacer para la pelea.
It's impossible to knock somebody out when he fights the fight not to be knocked out. But everybody here knows who won the first fight.
Let me tell you one thing. I believe Canelo will knock him out.
Canelo versus Golovkin 2. Buy it now at CaneloTripleG.com.
What about this guy?
This guy's been through a lot.
Dogs bring out the good in us. Pedigree brings out the good in them. Feed the good.
Budweiser and Jim Beam introduced the Budweiser Reserve Copper Lager, a rich lager aged on Jim Beam bourbon barrel staves with hints of vanilla and caramel rye, followed by a deliciously smooth finish.
Era el plan que teníamos, pelear en medio del ring. En ocasiones me dio la pauta para poder estar en las cuerdas también. Y pues hicimos lo que teníamos que hacer, lo que teníamos planeado hacer para la pelea.
It's impossible to knock somebody out when he fights the fight not to be knocked out. But everybody here knows who won the first fight.
Let me tell you one thing. I believe Canelo will knock him out.
Watch Canelo versus Golovkin 2 streaming live on September 15th at ringtv.com.
It looks like being another hot day. Temperatures reaching highs of 32 degrees, no wind. Un altro giorno, diciamocelo chiaramente, in cui non è successo granché. Come è stato ieri, come sarà domani. Finally, football's back. L'inizio della UEFA Nations League. The start of the UEFA
Mexican boxing is known for its raw and unrelenting aggression. It's a style of boxing defined by heart, desire, and the willingness to put everything on the line for victory.
Canelo is getting some respect here. Gee, I expected that.
On Mexican Independence Day 2017, we saw two fighters at the top of their game put on a war of grit and determination, electrifying fans across the globe.
He talked too much before fight. He said he's true Mexican man, just I told him I bring Mexican style. I want a true fight. Close. He moved every round, moving.
Creo que deberían de estudiar más el box para decir correr arriba del ring.
Whatever style Canelo was fighting, the fans weren't happy about it.
Kazakhstan fighter in Las Vegas with a pro-Mexican crowd chanting Triple G.
They weren't happy about the decision. They weren't happy about his style. But we have to give him credit. He survived 12 rounds. He did fight in spurts. We clearly thought, with Triple G being the aggressor, coming forward, outlanding Canelo 10 rounds to 2, I really don't know how anyone could have scored for Canelo, or that they could have had it a draw.
Look, both guys walk right through punches. I mean, there was the point in the fight where Canelo threw this loopy right hand and Golovkin, I don't know how his head stood on his shoulders. It was amazing to see. And there was times where Golovkin landed on Canelo and Canelo walked right through it.
Makes him fall back into the ropes. He bounces right back.
In a display of power and precision, Canelo dazzled in the earlier rounds, landing more total power punches, while also frustrating Triple G with a defense that was nearly impossible to touch.
Yeah, he's got to be very careful. But you see the confidence from Canelo Álvarez. He's bouncing around the ring, shrugging his shoulders at Triple G, which nobody in a long time has done that in a ring with him.
Creemos que Saúl hizo lo necesario, golpeó más, le pegaron menos, hizo una pelea inteligente.
I do think that Canelo hurt Triple G a couple of times. He got him with a good body shot early on, and there was a couple of punches he landed where he stopped him in his tracks.
But Golovkin would not be denied.
Now, this is the Triple G pressure that we used to see.
And with his Mexican fighting style on full display, what started as a championship fight became a test of style and pride.
When they announced the decision got booed. And it was booing because they felt Golovkin won, not Canelo won. So you got Mexican fans booing a Mexican fighter who fought a fight that didn't do justice to our culture, to our Mexican bravado, Mexican style of fighting.
Canelo's looking like he's beginning to get overweight. I thought he looked arm-weary in the last 2 rounds.
We know he's a good fighter. We know he has a great team. He talked a great fight before the fight, and in my opinion, didn't deliver. And in the view of a lot of fans, he didn't deliver.
En un cuadrilátero no puedes correr. Sí puedes hacer una pelea inteligente donde muevas la cintura para que no te peguen. Eso no se llama correr, eso se llama pensar con la cabeza. Eso se llama pensar y hacer el boxeo con la cabeza.
Ultimately, it was a spectacular fight. A fight between two masters with skills rarely seen. A fight that will be remembered for the drama inside the ring.
Canelo is a boxer. I'm a boxer. He knows his job, I know my job. I respect my sport. I respect people who support boxing. These people, like a Dodgers last time, he killed boxing sport.
That's not fair. The attention shouldn't be on one scorecard. It should be on what a sensational 12-round middleweight championship fight.
No, en la primera no pudimos, ahora sí que ver por el resultado quién es el mejor o quién es el verdadero campeón, pero para eso está esa pelea, yo creo que es interesante.
Хотелось бы провести замечательный этот бой. Хотелось бы довести его до идеального. Все идеальное завершение – это победа нокаутом.
Let's have the two champions face each other right here on the stage for the first time. Saúl Canelo Álvarez, Gennady Rich Golovkin, a.k.a. Triple G.
And when the highly anticipated 2018 Cinco de Mayo rematch was postponed due to controversy.
Что, собственно, он сам спустится на такой уровень. То есть это было неприятно. То есть я был очень разочарован в этом во всем.
Los hago voluntariamente para cada una de mis peleas y siempre he dado negativo porque soy un peleador limpio.
What was once mutual respect between two elite warriors.
If he won't beat me like now, it's not bad for me too. Because more interesting, I think people win and boxing fan away.
Has become a genuine hatred that can only be dealt with inside the ring.
Oscar, make sure Canelo, less Mexican meat, more Mexican style.
Конечно, я не верю, потому что... То есть я не настолько глуп, чтобы так взять и просто, знаете, отговориться каким-то куском мяса, что он съел не тот кусок мяса. Давайте будем честными, он принимает, то есть запрещенные препараты, и надо признать это.
Creo que se perdió el poco respeto que nos teníamos y yo voy con otra mentalidad. Voy a demostrarle quién es el mejor, así esté la gente o no esté la gente conmigo.
For both fighters, now is the time to remove all doubt.
See, we have all the titles here. Triple G is the champion. And if Canelo wants to become a champion, he actually has to fight and try to take the titles away.
Now is the time to silence all critics.
Ya pasaron la línea, ¿no? Y creo que esto ya se hizo más personal, ¿no?
Now is the time to put up.
Верю я, не верю, то есть это, думаю, не имеет никакого значения.
Or shut up.
Sin duda será mejor que la primera y que la que iba a ser en mayo, eso sin duda. El plan de pelear era el plan que teníamos, pelear en medio del ring. En ocasiones me dio la pauta para poder estar en las cuerdas también. Y pues hicimos lo que teníamos que hacer, lo que teníamos planeado hacer para la pelea.
It's impossible to knock somebody out when he fights the fight not to be knocked out. But everybody here knows who won the first fight.
Let me tell you one thing. I believe Canelo will knock him out.
Canelo versus Golovkin 2. Buy it now at CaneloTripleG.com.
Budweiser and Jim Beam introduced the Budweiser Reserve Copper Lager, a rich lager aged on Jim Beam bourbon barrel staves with hints of vanilla and caramel rye, followed by a deliciously smooth finish.
Ain't just gonna break you, dog. I'll break the park. Class is dismissed. Take this in the park.
Oh, give it up for my man Grizzle.
Whoa, stop right there. Eat a Snicker. You always lose your edge when you're hungry.
Better. Yo, I said give me the track.
And not you when you're hungry. Snickers.
Budweiser and Jim Beam introduced the Budweiser Reserve Copper Lager, a rich lager aged on Jim Beam bourbon barrel staves with hints of vanilla and caramel rye, followed by a deliciously smooth finish.
He's hanging on for dear life and What have I done? Let my team down, my fans, the kids.
We're fighting today.
I even let Kenny Mayne down too.
Oh, I'm fine. But that's going to be on Sports Center.
It is?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Tonight.
That's going to be on Sports Center.
And that could be the game.
He gonna be okay?
Displaced ego. It's going to be a tough climb back.
Seahawks Bears, Monday, 8:15 on ESPN.
Good evening, everyone. We'd like to welcome everyone to the kickoff officially to Canelo Triple G2. The two biggest names in the sport of boxing will face off once again.
Primero que nada quiero decir, también mentiste a tus fans. Dijiste que me ibas a noquear en 6 rounds.
It's impossible to knock somebody out when he fights the fight not to be knocked out. When you run,
Tú les prometiste, les prometiste.
You promised us also you were going to fight the knock Golovkin out in 10.
Les prometiste que me ibas a noquear y no me hiciste nada.
Corras, no corras la siguiente vez.
Y te hablo a ti porque tu peleador no dice nada.
No corras.
Eres el que más abres el hocico.
No corras. Póngase como hombre ahí.
In the world of boxing, there is nothing more special than a rematch to settle the score.
I think the changes are going to be minimal, but I think it's all going to depend if Canelo brings his courage.
A second fight to prove who has the heart to be the true, undisputed middleweight champion.
Both fighters are going to be in tip-top shape come September 15, and we will see an amazing fight.
Eliminating all excuses.
I thought he fought the fight necessary not to get knocked out. I thought that there was moments in the middle of the fight where I thought he slowed down a little bit and Gennady was able to connect a little more.
Answering all questions.
Two guys at the top of their game are going to duke it out on the 15th.
То есть это самое идеально закончить бой нокаут. И не было возможности у судей принимать свои crazy решения.
In the first fight, Canelo moved a lot. He was boxing. I think he gave him too much respect. Triple G side says that for the rematch, they want him to stand and fight. Be careful what you wish for.
Tengo mucha confianza en noquearlo. La primera pelea me mostró que puedo hacerlo.
Now, both teams know what needs to be done to secure a victory.
Saúl seguramente va a pelear diferente. Golovkin va a pelear igual de frente. Saúl va a ser un peleador más rápido, más fuerte. ¿Por qué? Porque Saúl ya ahora sí va a estar en su verdadero peso medio. La vez pasada apenas era su primera pelea en esa división, ahora no, ahora ya es la segunda. Va a estar más fuerte, más potente y vamos a ir por el knockout.
And if they're going to claim the undisputed middleweight championship,
Я также отношусь к своей работе 100%, и я думаю, я буду готов на 100%.
they'll have to take their game to new heights.
Both fighters showed us what made them special.
While also staying one step ahead of the competition.
There's a reason why the fans want to see this fight. If he tries to knock out Golovkin and he puts himself in range, then it gives us the kind of fight that we expected the first time.
Abel Sanchez will make adjustments. So will Chapo and Eddie Reynoso. So that's where the chess match comes in. You know, the fighters will fight in the ring. The trainers will come up with a strategy. That's what I think everyone is really looking forward to this rematch.
And while some may choose to stick with their original fight plan,
He's learning some things, but when it's working so well for you, you really don't alter the things that you've been doing. You continue to do what got you there. You continue to be the best Golovkin you can be. We add little wrinkles to almost every training camp, but you have to do what you do best.
others may choose to recalibrate the weapons at hand.
Yo creo que la ventaja que tenemos nosotros es que Saúl es un peleador que siempre está aprendiendo y seguramente para esta pelea va a enseñar cosas nuevas.
I really don't think Golovkin can improve. I think that he's set in his ways. That's his style. He's very aggressive. Probably better conditioning. Maybe throw a little bit more punches. But he's going to leave himself open for something big.
The mystery between these two fighters is now gone.
Mi primera pelea en las 160 libras y con el mejor de las 160 libras me sentí muy bien, me sentí fuerte. Creo que en esta pelea voy a estar mejor adaptado a este peso.
Both fighters know what the other man is made of.
See, people were talking about Golovkin's power, how he will destroy you, knock you out. It wasn't the case. I asked Canelo after the fight, does Golovkin hit hard? And he was like, no, he doesn't. So I have a feeling Canelo will be more aggressive, trying to push Golovkin back. Because one thing about Golovkin, he doesn't know how to fight going backwards.
Now, the only question that remains is, what are they going to do about it?
Con unos ajustes que haga, puedo noquearlo y eso es lo que voy a hacer en el entrenamiento y eso es lo que voy a hacer en la pelea.
Will Canelo answer the call and reestablish himself as the most elite fighter in the boxing game?
Abel has a great quote. He said, Canelo came in the ring as a Mexican, and he left the ring as Floyd. The first time I've ever heard Canelo get booed was in the interview afterwards. I think that's left a big impression on him, and he's going to come out even more aggressive, give the fans what they want. Triple G is going to be aggressive. That's what the fans are going to be looking for.
Will Triple G continue his undefeated march towards history as one of the greatest middleweight champions to ever lace up the gloves?
I feel right now more comfortable. I know him. And the same, he knows me. Right now we're both open. I bring my idea, he brings his ideas, just to fight. Right now it's more interesting. He knows my power and my style. I know his power.
10 seconds ago, in the 7th round, Gennady getting strong. Canelo right there with them.
Ya nos conocemos en el cuadrilátero y sabemos lo que tenemos que hacer para ganar. De mi parte, lo sé.
If Canelo can go to the body a little earlier and attack the body with the combinations, I think he can stop him earlier.
It's going to be a different fight. There's going to be no doubt whatsoever who's going to win this fight. I believe Canelo will.
The goals from both camps are one and the same, to prevail victorious and reign in history amongst the greatest middleweights to ever enter the ring.
This is what we wanted. This is what we expected. This is what we're getting.
Hay que ser más agresivos, realmente no hay ningún secreto para esa segunda pelea. Si queremos ganar la pelea, claramente tenemos que ser más agresivos.
I think that we missed more than I would want to see him miss. I want to close the distance a little more, and if he's not running as much, then we'll be able to close the distance a little bit more. You can only cut off the ring so much before the guy just takes off on him.
This is their chance to right previous wrongs.
Look, if you win 8 rounds to 4 and you get a draw, you're not going to be happy with it. And so Abel's not happy, Triple G's not happy. The whole camp is going to have an edge about it, and that's how they're approaching the second fight.
This is their opportunity to prove who has greater heart.
I do believe both fighters carry a chip on their shoulder. I believe that both guys are thinking knockout.
Quiero dejar claro que soy el ganador, dejarlo bien claro y tengo que agregarle cosas a mi plan de trabajo, no simplemente.
This is boxing at its finest.
El plan de pelear era el plan que teníamos, pelear en medio del ring. Y pues hicimos lo que teníamos que hacer, lo que teníamos planeado hacer para la pelea.
It's impossible.
Sox split jackpot guaranteed by Chicago White Sox Charities.
That's it. Absolutely wonderful. You don't have to be there to. That's it. Absolutely wonderful. You don't have to be there to play, by the way, which is one of the great things about that. You can sit at your house, you can watch the game, you can enjoy it, and all you got to do is have a driver's license that says you're over 21 or over, actually.
And have that Illinois billing address.
And have the Illinois billing address, and you can win yourself a whole lot of money.
WhiteSox.com/Sox Split every home game this year. Big old jackpots for Tommy Day and Hawk Day, and then that Saturday for the Crosstown Cup. Guaranteed $50,000.
That's great.
Yeah.
And it goes to a very, very good cause. White Sox Charities, helping the community for many, many years in a lot of different ways.
Lucas Giolito advocated for it to go to the Human Fund, but that's not a real charity.
No, it's not. But
Mandalay Industries.
Maybe something to think about for next year.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Delmonico, who singled back in the second, and he takes ball 3 from Keller. Ricky Renteria. The Yolmer. We can only see the top of the head, but by the reaction, guaranteed Yolmer Sanchez.
Oh, absolutely. Next to Moncada, of course.
Some firewood for Nicky. And 1 away. Here's your Sox Math question for tonight. Hashtag Sox Math. First correct answer wins a prize from the road. Number of home runs Daniel Palka has hit before tonight, plus the final digit of the first year the Royals played here at Kauffman Stadium.
A little wrinkle.
You could win, among other things, a random loose baseball I found over on the concourse in left field earlier today.